Who is guiding you when you're doing your spiritual divination sessions? What spirit are you working with? Is it one? Is it several? Do you have a relationship with this spirit? These are questions that need answers. It never ceases to amaze me the many conversations that I have the pleasure of having with people who are, let's say, new to divination. They're excited, and they're just talking and talking about, the way they're using their tools, the answers that they're receiving back, how things are starting to happen. And the one question that kind of gets them stuck a little bit is when I would ask, well, who's guiding you? What spirit are you working with? And they would kind of take a pause and draw a blank and kind of think like, that's a good question. What spirit am I working with? They get so excited about the tool itself. They focus on the tool so much itself, where they don't take the time to think about, well, what's influencing these tools? What's influencing me? Because whether you are aware of it or not, anytime that you choose, you set the intention to open yourself up as a portal, a vessel for spiritual communication, whether you are aware of it or not, there is something that is influencing you. And while we are on the subject of opening up our bodies for spiritual communication, in the midst of that, we are opening up our homes. We are exposing our family members. And if you have more vulnerable family members in the home, such as children, someone who is sick, or the elderly, they are even 10 times more sensitive or even at risk to exposure of negative spiritual communication. Do you know how to close that portal? Do you have established boundaries with these spirits? These are questions that need answers. I created a post saying something along the lines of spiritual divination is not just simply the act of getting a yes or no, a quick answer. It is the act of spiritual communication. Spirits have attributes. They have certain characteristic traits. And you want to make sure that you are dealing with a spirit that is elevated, that you have already built some sort of established relationship with, and that is trustworthy and not deceiving you. Just like people, when you take advice from just anybody that you didn't know, they can be steering you wrong. These are things that you have to really be careful of. You don't want a spirit to come into your space and completely create chaos. And with that being said, I would encourage you, before you even pick up a tool, build a relationship with your spirits, your blood ancestors first, before you go start tapping into this spirit and calling on this spirit. Because first and foremost, they can block, your ancestors can block any other spirit that's even trying to connect with you. And you just want to get to know your people before you start tapping into other things. That's important. Some people don't even know that you can be influenced by many spirits, not even just one. That creates chaos. It can also create mental disruption. Some people actually can go crazy contacting certain spirits and letting them influence you. So you just want to take your time. I know it's exciting, it's fun. You just want to be careful, because if you don't even know what you're talking to, what this spirit is, if this spirit even has a true interest in you, why does it have an interest in you if it does? I have seen people tap into things, get scared, get spooked, something happens, and next thing you know, they're blaming their ancestors. Your ancestors ain't even had nothing to do with that. So again, I just want you guys to be safe. And before you pick up a tool, again, establish that relationship with your own ancestors and consider getting a guide or a mentor that can teach you spiritual safety, responsibility, how to open and close a portal, how to cleanse yourself, cleanse that space. I would even say make sure your children are cleansed, your parents are cleansed, whether they are into spirituality or not. They are still subject to influence and possible danger. So please consider that it's not all about you, especially when you live with people in the home. So that's it, my loves. That's all I wanted to say. Like I said, short and sweet. Be careful. Know what you're talking to. Know what you are aligning yourself with. There are many spirits that are thirsty and they see you and they're just ready to jump inside and take over. Don't let that happen to you. Don't lose your mind trying to divine.